A spoken thought. It's a little bit of spiritual wisdom regarding school. It's August 17th, 2022. I've been approached with a number of opportunities for being an instructor for a couple of different schools. The biggest problem is their lesson plan. We got to look at the lesson plan as cross-training our kids for different types of jobs and opportunities that's going to come to them. We're still teaching the old ways, and the children learn 300 times faster than we learn. They can be listening to loud music, playing a video game, but if they comprehend what they're saying, allow them to be them. We label our children too much. LD, ADD, all this stuff, and not even giving it full definition. Everybody is LD. Everybody has a learning disability. The disability is that we all learn differently. I say this to the parents, the mother and the father. Don't let somebody label your child that you know what's up with your child. You are the first teacher to your child. You watch your child for many years before it went off to school, how it behaves, how it learns, how it comprehends. You're putting so much responsibility into a name, and yet you don't know that person don't know you, nor your child. Then you let your child carry their weight around without trying to explain your child. If your child thinks the teacher's an idiot, your child only gets his mannerisms from what it's been around. Go sit with that teacher. By the time you're done, you probably think the teacher's an idiot too. You and your child, neither one of you are wrong, nor you right. The question is, you're going to have to work for an idiot. Home life is to teach you that you can go outside the house to learn from somebody outside your parents. School, daycare, once they behave correctly, you got a little bit of control of them. Daycare helps get a little bit more control. And now they can go sit in a classroom behavior and nobody's worrying that the child going to act up. From there, you in school and you switching classes. But the main part is anybody taking the time to explain to your child? School teaches you how to learn. The lesson plan can be very old. The lesson plan can be very stupid. The lesson plan can be brilliant. Your boss can be very stupid. Your boss can be brilliant. You're still going to have to do the job. Teach your child. Don't let them come home and disrespecting the teacher, stating this is wrong, and can't learn. Don't do that. Don't pamper that. Don't okay that. Make sure their job is to go there and learn. Doesn't matter how stupid that teacher is. Show me that you can learn. Doesn't matter how wrong that teacher is. Show me why that teacher's wrong. We strip our kids from everything to learn. From the age of 6 to the age of 18, we take away worth 12 years of them experience. Let's just use video games. Your child can be a software genius. Every game you brung them, they mastered it, they perfected it. But nobody give them credit because that software happened to be gaming software. But you as the parent, watch your child master this game in a short period of time because you knew I didn't feel like going to spend the next $60, $100 on the next game. And like, wow, they learned it that quick? Only if we can do that work, right? Well, guess what? Teach your child. Cross-train your child. Don't wait for a teacher to be able to see that. They're going to tell them the gaming don't mean nothing. It means everything. Now all of a sudden we got colleges that's teaching kids to go game. Why couldn't we find it to begin with? Point being, teach your child. Stop throwing your child out there without a life preserver. Taking everything they have learned from the age of 6 till they're 16, till they're 18, and saying they don't know nothing. Workplaces, what you learn in school, it doesn't apply here. Throw it out. I will show you how to do it. No. Their job is to find the similar things they already know so they don't have to relearn the things they already know and pay attention to the things they don't know. So if it's 10 things and 5 of them similar to things you already know, then guess what? Don't throw them away. Pay attention to the things you don't know. Cut your lesson plan in half. But you, as a parent, as a father, why do you got to teach your son that school is important? Why do a father? It's part of the P's. Not to go to school, be a badass and protect and defend. There's no need. But this is the part where it's the P up to provide. You have to learn something so you can provide for that lady, goddess that comes in your life. That is the angel's responsibility, to financially be responsible for that goddess in his life. But you're going to have to learn a lot to provide very easily and at a very high level, hypothetically. Top level. You want your child to be the best, right? But you got to teach your child. Mom is going to nurture the child. Look at the difference between parent and nurture. Understand what a father's going to do and what a mother's going to do. A mother's going to nurture that child. Nurture is the mental and emotional part of it. Boy and girl. And teach your boy it's okay to cry, it's okay to get upset, but you still got to keep on trying mentally. You can write. You can do the math. Dad's not going to take the time like mom, majority of the time. Mom's going to sit down with that child and teach him writing, math, work on the extra studies. We need to give her the respect for that. It happens in majority of houses. Regardless how good dad is, we don't have the patience as a mother does to take the time and structure. So we supposed to have as a parent back that up. Sit down and do what your mom say. Take your time. You need to learn this. Not sitting there and, no, he don't need to learn that today. He all right. No. Sit there. You need to learn to study. If first person you need to learn from is your mother and father, you can't learn from them. Are they going to be able to learn from anybody else? But it's up to us to take that time. It's up to us to take the time and give it to our children and give them that structure. Okay? Why would we put so much into a teacher? It can be your neighbor, in which you wouldn't even have your child talk to your neighbor, but yet that he carries a teaching degree or a certificate, we send him off to school. It's not the responsibility of the teacher. That teacher's job is to teach what he studied and learned, and hoping that he has a good student that was sent from home. Teach your child, to make your child a good student, teach him why he is there to learn. Math, so you can add up and subtract and know your money when the time comes, hypothetically, and whatever else may become the mathematics. Spelling, so you can spell correctly and be clearly understood. History. Well, Mom, history is, what it got to do with me? If you cannot go in history and take out something from history that affects you in your present, that's why you'll never be able to move on from your past, because you're going to repeat your past. Understand what you did in your past, how it affects your present. But you can learn that from looking at somebody else's history, then learning how to apply what you learned from that to yourself. What did you learn when you was a little boy? What did you learn when you was a man? What was the man that you was with Beth, the man that you was with Jessica? Two different men. What did you learn? Remember that. Do the same thing you did in history. When did we get our freedom? When did we win the Civil War? When did this happen? Okay? Go back and what did it give us? That's how you apply. School teach you how to learn and to prepare you to apply it to life. Life is the lesson. Life is the true lesson. And everything you do in your life is part of your apprenticeship. Everything. It don't start at 18 or 21 when you become. It started from the time you was picking up mommy and daddy words and speaking to everyone. That's where it starts at. You got to understand that and teach your child to value everything you learn. If you go in your child's room, you see he's always taking things apart, maybe he's mechanically inclined, driving that direction. You go in the room and see your son reading legal books. One of the things I truly believe, we should always be learning revised codes. The governing body codes. What does that mean? It's not about a governing body and a law. It's going to govern your body. So why do you need another? Because it's going to govern your body. Jaywalking, they have a ticket for jaywalking. What is that? Ohio revised code. What is the Michigan revised code? What is the Virginia revised code? These are the true lessons we should be having in school. Society and law makes money from our ignorance of not knowing what governs our body. We break the law, they make money. But yet, as clearly as I sit here and say that, and we know that, why don't we change it? Why don't we educate our own children? Why are we waiting for somebody outside our household, our home, to teach our children something so easily? Moms, teachers, teach a male child the best thing a male child can be is a gentleman. Moms, teachers, teach a female child the best thing a woman can be is a lady. She's mature mentally and emotionally. It's not about the physical capacity. What she does as a lady is going to be greater than anything a man can ever do. And that's carrying God's child. But that's at a mature subject when we have. But in the meantime, between time, teach them they are the mentally, emotionally, and the truest sound ones between a male boy and a female child. Teach them that female male, that fee in them is the mental and emotional capacity of them. That's why they're going to be more mature, more emotionally sound, and that is a good thing. You're going to be smarter. You're going to write better. You're going to do the things that you really mean. And even though you may not be faster than little Johnny, you may not be this, but guess what? You have the most important parts about a human being, the mental and emotional. Between a 5-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, the girl is always mature. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, always up. But we don't treat her that way. This is what I'm trying to say. Empower your daughters. Emotionally, boys and men, we run from emotions. Okay? When a young lady starts bleeding the blood of God, that's a very emotional thing. Very emotional. She can have a miscarriage or abortion, that's a very emotional thing. When she gives birth to a child, that's a very emotional thing. Teach her what she feels emotionally. It's okay, just she got to control them. She can't cry all the time. She can't get upset. She got to control them and feel them with inside and understand herself. Not suppress them, but understand them. A boy shouldn't suppress his. He need to let him out. That's what this gentleman is going to be, as a mental and emotional creature. And if he suppress him, it's going to come out in rage at the wrong time. That's a man. But the things that a daughter going to learn is different than the things the son going to learn. They're yin and yang. But it's our responsibility to clearly define the lesson plan and why it is important for them to learn the lesson plan. Why it's important doesn't matter what the teacher is. A teacher is not a babysitter. To go to school and perform, it's not about going to military and learning how to conduct yourself. Attention. You are that captain. What kind of soldier are you sitting out there? An angel is nothing but a soldier of God. If you cannot act correctly on this military base, why do you think Jesus is going to give you the opportunity to act the same way in the heavens? We got to start somewhere. What are you teaching God's child when he's paying attention? Are you even taking the time to instruct God's child of who he is, who she is, what is the main purpose? Everything you do on earth, you're going to have to be able to do that in heaven and clearly define it to Jesus before you allow through heaven's gate. It's a chain of command. Okay? You no longer learn from mom and dad, you learn from a teacher. And your teacher, guess what? Your teacher becomes your boss. They ain't going to send you home, they're going to fire you. Mom and dad is sending you to your room, your teacher is sending you home. Your boss is sending you home too, but you fired not to come back. School, you might get a chance to come back. But teach them how to understand the flow and how to play the game and not get played by the game. No different than law. When you ain't working and stuff, you walking outside in the streets. It's the same game. The rule of law. Okay? The governing body, the judge. You still got to listen to somebody. Don't teach them to go against the chain of command. Understand the chain of command. And guess what? Flow in it. Work within it. You don't have to believe it, but you got to understand it. If you don't understand it, you can get played by it. Don't let your child get played. Break life down to them. Take the time and explain to them. Everything they're going through is preparing when mom and dad ain't around that they can make a conscious decision, a wise decision. Conscious, being conscious of their thoughts. If mom and dad ain't around, you got your father and your big brother in heaven. Ask them and believe in your thoughts. Because when you take the time to think about it, that's wisdom. That's your knowledge. And it's knowledge. You're going to have a knowledge base until you start believing what Jesus and God been sending to you and learn how to utilize it. But you always got somebody looking over you. Believe in that. Mom, dad, parents. Father parent the child, mother nurtures the child. Teach your child. The first lesson is life. Life is the true lesson. You are the first teachers. Teach them up. You tell them, I'm going to employ this teacher at this school system to teach you your math. I'm going to employ another one to teach you your English. I'm going to employ another one to teach you your history. I need you to go to school and show me what you can learn, because after you learn your lesson real good, you're going to go get a job. Okay? Or if not, you really good, I'm going to pay for you to go to college, but you're really good, guess what? What you learning and showing people that you smarter than all the teachers, they'll pay for itself. Teach them the game. If they can learn to master a game on a piece of software, no different than accounting software. Okay? They're both software. Teach your child how to apply what he's been learning for so long. And life is the true game. Teach him how to defeat it. Teach him the cheats. Fighting is not cheating. You're making it harder and difficult for yourself. Going with the flow and knowing what you're supposed to do before they tell you. My son, a long time ago, if you don't want, ask me. I told him, if you don't want somebody to tell you what to do, you don't like nobody telling you what to do it before they tell you. And do it better than anybody can tell you how to do it. Okay, and then you learn how to lead yourself. I understand you have a problem falling, but until you know how to do it correctly, you got to follow somebody else's lead. And when you understand what you need to do, show them. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I can go already do it without somebody telling me to do it. Teach your child the game. Have a blessed day. The spoken thought. I hope that was a good spiritual wisdom.